let me bring you to the recent, conversation that everybody's having about Honorable Alanko Kyerematen's, complaints about what happened during the Super Delegates Conference and his reason for withdrawing from the race. You said that it happens even within the political space, internal politics, which is actually a big concern. Now we have these things happening. When you heard about his withdrawal, what did you think about it?
Well, I think first of all, it's more the circumstances that have led to that, which are not unique to the NPP. But in this particular instance, when contrasted with the other political parties, it's the only incidence where it has happened. I mean, we all just saw the recently concluded elections in the NDC. And you can say that, okay, they lived up to their democratic credentials. Money is always an issue, but it did not go stretch to the point of violence. And political violence should never be tolerated. Political intimidation should never be tolerated. And I felt disappointed that that was the case, because I thought that, for a long time, we always saw the NPP as the champion of democracy, because where we were coming from, don't forget, was a military government, and it took a lot of effort to bring it from that period to a civilian dispensation, and the NPP played a big role in that. So you would have expected that internally they would be the champions of that and not go back to the things that we used to see in national elections that used to happen before. So it's a bit of a disappointment, but also I feel that, generally speaking, we've got to the stage now where our vaunted democracy and democratic credentials are on the line. We must show not only to ourselves and to the world, but to ourselves here in Ghana, that those credentials are genuine. And they begin from inside your own house. If you cannot practice democracy in your own house, you certainly cannot practice it at the national level.
But do you think it was a step in the right direction for him to have withdrawn from the race?
Well, don't want to be an analyst of his, political moves, machinations, because I'm not an integral part of his campaign team to be able to analyze whether that's a good decision or a bad decision for him. I'm only speaking to the issues that led to that, because those are national issues that concern all of us, even though they're happening within one group. Tomorrow it could be with another group. And the thing is, it cannot happen within a group and stay there. It will come to national level as well. So we have to be concerned about those things and demand that, people practice what they preach. Now, the second thing which I wanted to say is that in respect of the dynamics of the situation, it leaves the door open, for a much more intense competition between Ken Agyapong and Bawumia. So it will be very interesting, and now I'm talking as an outsider, to see what impact that has on that election, because we all know that particular political tradition is one that is a conservative tradition, one in which, the base is very important. So it will be interesting to see the extent to which either candidate appeals to the base, then plays into the outcome of the election, because there is a limit to what money can do. Look, money is used everywhere in politics. I don't condone it. It's a very bad thing, but it happens.
It happens.
But when you broaden it out to so many people, 200,000 people, it becomes more difficult. And these are some of the measures that were taken within the internal politics of the NPP. That should be commended, because then it means that you have used a mechanism to check the influence of money in the system and ensure that the popular vote of the grassroots base is reflected. So let's wait and see if that happens.
Now,